And welcome to Penguins TV. I just finished watching the Colorado Avalanche and the Vegas Golden Knights in overtime. 3-2 Colorado Avalanche win. They're still playing the highlights on TV. It happened 30 seconds ago. I was ready to jump right into this. If you didn't have a chance to watch this game tonight, I've watched a lot of playoff hockey this year. Well, I've watched a lot of playoff hockey for a long time, but this year, for all the playoff hockey I've watched, this is right up there with one of the best games I've watched. Vegas really deserved to win this game. After the first period, Vegas has been the better team. The goaltending of Grubauer was the difference in this one, and then a penalty in overtime. But it was still a wildly entertaining game. 3-2 in overtime. I can't say enough about it. If you're one to introduce someone to hockey and say, hey, give them their best shot of watching a playoff game and they might like it, why not start with this series? Maybe not game one, but this one here. End-to-end action, intense battles all over the ice, hits, shots, great plays, creative playmaking, great goaltending, rabid crowd, which absolutely feeds into the play of these guys. This was a great and fun game to watch. I watched the Habs, the Montreal Canadiens, and the Winnipeg Jets earlier tonight. Really good game, really fun, really entertaining, but not like this. Now, having 15,000 people screaming in the building probably makes a difference. I'm sure it does, but the level of play with these two teams is just, it's up another notch. This game was one of the best I've watched this playoff year. I don't know if I could say it's the best, maybe. Just fantastic. Really, really, really entertaining hockey. Let's get into some stats and a couple things before I do that. Actually, we'll go a little backwards this time. Change out videos, see what works. I'm used to going to stats first, but Philip Grubauer's goaltending. He should have been the first star of the game. He had about 40 saves, maybe a bit more. Nathan MacKinnon, man, every time we get the puck was just electric. Rantanen with a couple goals, I believe. Marc-Andre Fleury was good, but not good enough. And Vegas's defense was about as smothering as you could be to Colorado's type of offense with their highly engaged defense. Their defense engages like no other team I've seen in the NHL, and it's like the youngest defense in the NHL. So really fun to watch. Really, really fun to watch. If you haven't had a chance to watch this series yet, I'd highly recommend you watch this one over any other one. I watched them all. This one's my favorite to watch. Okay, let's get into some stats. Let's see what we got here. Okay, scoring summary. The game opened with a Brandon Saad goal. He lost the handle on it, but it went in anyway. It was his fifth of the playoffs. He scored 5 straight games. That's the third longest in Avalanche history, which would probably also include the Quebec Nordiques. Michel Goulet, I believe, holds that record. 3:39 in the game. Ryan Graves, his 5th assist, and Samuel Girard, his 4th assist. At 9:32, about 6 minutes later, Alec Martinez, formerly of the Stanley Cup champion LA Kings about 7 years ago, scored his 2nd of the playoffs, a power play goal, assisted by Patchy Reddy, his 2nd of the playoffs, and Theodore, his 3rd of the playoffs. And with 17:08, very late in the first period, Tyson Jost on the power play, his 2nd of the playoffs, assisted by Devin Taves, Toews, just like Jonathan Taves in Chicago. His 4th assist of the playoffs, and Samuel Girard's 5th assist and 2nd of the game. So that's 2-1 at the end of one. Second period, Riley Smith scored just a beautiful goal, man. His hockey IQ seems like it's very high. The way he tracks the puck and the way he moves and the way he stayed with that play. If you have a chance to go back and watch it, you'd want to watch about 20 seconds before the Riley Smith goal, the way he swooped in and then came back and got a feed for a mini break and just beat Grubauer clean. Just a really impressive goal. He's a very intelligent hockey player. Riley Smith's 2nd goal at 10:28, 2nd of the playoffs. Halfway through the game, Jonathan Marchessault's 2nd assist of the playoffs and Shea Theodore's 4th assist of the playoffs. Now, in the third period, there was nothing. It was back and forth. It was so exciting. I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. This was just electric hockey. Now, I know the crowd made it even more electric. The crowd made it more fun, but it gave the guys on the ice more juice, and this was just a treat to watch. Okay, this is just an absolute treat to watch. I can't wait till Game 3 when they go back to Vegas. Now, Vegas is down 2-0. So, Was this a backbreaker? Might have been, because I was picking Colorado to win this series anyway. But to lose this one was pretty tough. I don't know. I don't know if they can 2-0 against this team is big. But hey, this is it's fun to watch it anyway. Who knows? That's why you play the games. That's why we play them. We don't know what's going to happen, right? None of us thought Montreal was going to beat Toronto, or most of us didn't, right? Most of us didn't think Winnipeg, the way they finished the season last 3 or 4 weeks, was going to beat Connor McDavid and hold into 3 points or whatever it was and beat Edmonton. But it happened, right? I didn't expect the goaltending to fall to the bottom of my Penguins season, but it did. And look at the Islanders. They're doing well now. So, overtime. Mikko ran in 2:07 into overtime. A power play goal. Just a great shot. I said it was his second of the game. My apologies. I was thinking of a shot earlier in the game he took that was stopped. So it was not his second of the game. It was his first of the game, his third of the the playoffs, and it was a power play. So there was 3 power play goals in this game. Assist by McKinnon, his 5th assist, and Makar, his 6th assist. So 3-2 in overtime. Might be a backbreaker for the Knights, but who knows? They're going back to Vegas. Maybe they'll win 2 there. It's certainly possible. Let's cover some team stats here. If you didn't have a chance to watch this game, this will tell you a little bit about it. Vegas had 41 shots to Colorado Avalanche's 25. Hits 22 for Colorado, 21 for Vegas. Face-offs, 36 for Vegas, 28 for Colorado. Now the power play was big in this. Colorado's power play was 2 for 6, which is what you'd expect. You give those guys 6 power plays, man, they're going to score 2 or 3 on you. Just the way it is. The power play goal in overtime, I felt bad for the Vegas guy who went to the box and he knocked the stick out of Rantanen's hands. That's a penalty. Those didn't used to be penalties in overtime, but they should be penalties all the time. It is what it is. The game is changing and they're starting to call more penalties appropriately, which is good. If you're a Vegas fan, you don't like it. If you're a Colorado fan, you do. I'm impartial. So it is what it is. Power play, so 2 for 6 is impressive. Vegas 1 for 3, which was good as well. Total penalty minutes, 12 for Vegas, 6 for the Avalanche. Block shots, 28 for Vegas. That was the difference in this game to me. Their shot blocking this game was so much better than it was in game 1. It was the difference. And that's why this game really was Vegas's game to win. Even though it was highly competitive and even though it was fantastic and even it was one of my favorite games of the playoffs, it was Vegas's game to win. They really outplayed the Avalanche. And if it weren't for Philip Grubauer, this game would not have gone to overtime and the Avalanche don't win. Sorry, I got distracted there. I was just watching another highlight of that Jake Evans hit. If you haven't seen it yet, go back to watch my first video about Montreal and Winnipeg, and I talk about it in detail. It was right up there, man. It's a play I haven't seen before, and I've said that. It's like the John Tavares hit last week. Just as scary as that in a different way. It was I've never seen it before, and I hope Jake Evans is okay. He was moving, but he gets stretchered off. So. Back to the stats. Giveaways were 5 for each team, giveaways were 3 for Vegas and 8 for Colorado. Takeaways were 5 for each team. So I know this is a shorter video. I'm not going to go into all the box scores. I just breaking down the scoring and what happened, but what a fun game to watch. If you want to introduce a friend to hockey that doesn't know much about it, show them a game out of this series. If you want to see the Jake Evans hit, go look it up unless you're squeamish. But Mark Scheifele, right here. This Vegas series is going to be great in Game 3. I can't wait to see it. I hope everybody's having a great night. Thanks for supporting my videos. It means a lot to me. It means so much to me when you guys hit subscribe. So thanks for your time. Comment down below if you want to talk to me about something. I have opinions about all 32 teams as of today. Officially, the Seattle Kraken are now a team. So thanks for spending time with me. Get vaccinated. Just my opinion. Stay safe out there and be good to yourself and be good to others. Good night, guys.